Oh, what is going on, everybody?
Hello.
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to Danganronpa, where we left off.
Scary.
Some drama. Monokuma came out, I was like, hey, come to the gym, and they were just revealed, it's like, hey, Sakura's the spy, have fun, and now everyone hates each other. Hina slapped Byakuya in the face, and it's like, good job, but still everyone's a little uptight, so we need to figure out what we can do. I better go to the...
deserved more than a slap, but
yes,
you know.
well, I said you deserve to die, but anyways, I better go to the dining hall and talk to the others about it one more time.
Oh, there's the music.
Yeah, had to give us drama first.
Don't know who that is.
That's bad. That's a loud scream.
Yeah, it is. Uh-oh.
Ah. Huh? Is that someone screaming? It came from the dining hall. Run! Dining hall!
Oh, God.
Run! Don't run sideways! Don't run sideways!
Run.
Go! 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 What is it? Is it here? Did he burn his eggs? I hope he didn't seriously burn breakfast and that's what he screamed about. Oh, we got a big problem, man. What's wrong? Look! His fingers shook as he pointed.
Uh-oh.
Are you okay?
I had a feeling she would snap on her.
She killed her.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Genocide Jill killed Hina.
What?
What?
Hina's
But
alive.
You gotta be kidding.
She...
what? I'm so confused.
No. She's not dead. Open your eyes. No way she's dead.
What happened? Well, Toga and Hina, just all of a sudden they were yelling and then they knocked the pepper off the table. And that led to a sneeze.
Her giant balloons are a little too perfect, aren't they? I might be flat, but at least mine are real.
Hey.
And look at that shapely collarbone. Doesn't it just totally set you on fire?
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway, my totally non-adorable boy, just get her out of my sight, okay? Or else. I'll start cutting and indulging myself for who knows how long.
Okay, then let's get Hina to the nurse's office. Come on here, help me. Sure thing.
Yeah, that.
More insane laughter. Genocide Jack's abrasive laugh chases us out of the room as we carried Hina away. Hey. By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seemed to finally regained her composure.
Sorry.
Thank you.
You? Are you sure you're feeling better?
Yeah, it really was just a scratch.
But still, that was super close. If I hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know.
Jesus. Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir.
So sarcastic, that just makes you sound even more hostile. Hey, you,
Hostile? Since when do you pronounce hostile as, or hostile as hostile?
I think both were. It's fine. It's fine. Hey, Hina, what the heck happened?
Oh, we just got into a fight and I lost my temper and flew off the handle.
Let me guess, the fight was because of Sakura.
But
At first, I tried to just ignore it. If you let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have time left to live your life. But she wouldn't let it go, so I just...
what the heck?
Without thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her like a dozen times.
You're serious.
Dozen punches isn't really without thinking. And when things get out of hand, Genocide Jack got let loose, right?
Sorry.
It's my own fault, but I just couldn't take it anymore. Because she was saying all these terrible things about my friend, you know?
Before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears. Just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over, the door of the nurse's office burst open. I thought the door was gonna fly off its hinges. And there she stood before us.
Hina? Sakura! You're hurt. What happened?
Huh?
Oh, nothing. It's not a big deal. Makoto, hero, what's the meaning of this?
It wasn't me, it was Genocide Jill. It's all the demanded murder was Fiend's false.
Uh-oh. Damn. To hurt Hina? Damn you! To leave me alone, but hurt her? What is this?
How dare you?
What is this? I'm okay, really. It's just a scratch.
No forgiveness.
Unforgivable.
I can't forgive this.
But them. Hero, if you want to hate someone, hate me. If you want to hurt someone, hurt me.
I don't hate you exactly.
I can't forgive.
Why?
Somebody save me!
He just runs.
Hero nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out of the nurse's office. But just a second later, probably like, what's going on?
Hey,
Oh no.
Oh, no.
What's going on? What's all this noise about?
Kyoko stood in the doorway of the nurse's office, taking Hiro's spot in the room.
it would seem.
I gather something happened.
Kyoko, please, you have to stop Sakura.
Wait.
You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything. I'm drawing a line right here and now.
Drawing a line.
Goodbye.
What? Wait, Sakura!
Hina sprang in action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. No one's left were
Hey.
us. You want to talk it? I'm at the doorway, so you can't get past me without going through me. It's time to talk. Kyoko, are you still mad? Yeah, I figured.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Huh?
Whew.
About that issue we discussed earlier. It doesn't matter anymore.
And do you forgive me for not being able to talk about it?
In other words,
You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. You were only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Yes. That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't tell me, right?
Yeah.
To think like that.
I wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you.
Oh. Oh, what?
Because
Because ultimately, that means you don't trust me.
No, that's not it. But if that's how you feel, I can't really change your mind. I'm sorry.
that's fine.
It's fine. I've already forgotten about it.
Apparently not. We just talked about it.
Besides,
And
I may have overreacted. She blues!
Huh?
anyway,
I've never seen her blush! Anyway, it's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it.
Okay. Thank you. Is there anything? Oh, I guess we keep talking. Okay. So
Dude,
that's
like,
the thing.
for real though, for someone to tell you, I'm sorry you feel that way is such a douchey thing to say.
Yeah.
Like, Makoto, what the fuck?
What is it you wanted to talk to me about?
indeed.
Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me. I have business there.
Where?
So,
Just come with me and you'll find out.
Is it the men's bathroom? I guess, but
shall we go?
Well then, shall we get going?
with their typically indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, setting a brisk
Typically
pace.
indifferent.
Typical indifference. Kyoko! I hurried up to catch her. She walked ahead in silence, and in silence I chased her. And eventually we arrived. Oh, the secret area. The dressing room? So there's something else you mentioned.
Indeed.
That's right, it has to do with alter ego.
But you said we didn't need alter ego anymore.
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him, I just said he had done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego. He has business with us.
Huh?
Right.
Alter ego asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently he has something he wants to ask us.
Alter ego wants to ask us something?
Huh.
Hey.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, so it's just the two of you? Kyoko and Makoto?
Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard.
Is two not enough? No, it's okay. Two should be plenty.
What is it he wants to ask us?
Indeed.
Let's find out, shall we?
Kyoko typed in the question.
What did you want to ask us? Oh, yeah, so I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network.
What?
Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied,
Why? Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here, saying I finished my work, I don't want that. I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. That's what Master would want too. So, to help everyone else, to solve the mystery of this school, the only way I can help is if you connect me to this school's network.
but if you did that, that's basically suicide. I'm positive the mastermind would find out about it if they found you and they'd... You agree, right, Kyoko? You don't care because it's a computer, I know.
I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid.
I couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It's just too committed. Too admirable. Too fragile.
Hey,
You remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference is between a person and a program, right?
Yeah?
certainly.
When I talk to Alter Ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. For other reasons.
I was about to say, I definitely can't because they're dead.
But I can say this.
Correct.
There's no question that Alter Ego is our friend.
Hey, Kyoko.
To be honest, I didn't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the Mastermind really will notice it. But...
Makoto.
Let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network.
But...
Hey,
He's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says he wants to fight alongside his friends.
now,
If you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you're their friend. Hey, are you guys fighting? If it's about me, please don't.
I want to believe in myself.
Yeah. I want to be able to say, I know I can do this.
Leave it to me.
So please, let me try.
listen.
And besides, there's one place where the Mastermind might not notice.
One place?
That's right.
Remember? There's another place besides here where there's no surveillance camera.
Room without a surveillance camera.
The secret room.
Secret room. That's at the secret room you told me about. I definitely remember there were no surveillance cameras in there.
Indeed.
And I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall. However, just because there's no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way to be sure the Mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We'll also have to move Alter Ego, and the Mastermind may spot us going into the secret room. If they pick up on any of this, then it's all over.
You're right.
That's what we have to do.
But despite all that, I still think we need to try.
Correct.
Because that's our best chance of finding any new clues.
Kyoko. In that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you can hide him with what you're wearing, right? Just let me do it.
It's true.
Okay then, I'll leave it to you. Thank you.
So then,
And let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay?
You started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed him in my jacket.
It tickles.
Shh, you can't talk right now. Going to move you to another room. Until we get you there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay?
Understood. Your command has been implemented.
Good. To have him react like a machine like that all of a sudden, I didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers.
So there might be a network cable in there.
However,
Assuming the Mastermind hasn't taken it already.
Well, all we can do is go and check for ourselves.
it's true.
Agreed. Let's head to the secret room.
By let's you mean me. You shouldn't follow me into the boys' room.
No.
So please don't be following me.
That would look sus.
Got to go to the boys' room on the second floor, right? Yeah. Boys' room.
Hey,
Hey, Makoto.
why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again.
What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go. And to make sure you don't run off, I'm gonna wait right here.
Oh, I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I'd make her mad at it again somehow.
Yeah. Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go.
Okay, I'm going.
So then,
And be thorough. I'm counting on you.
All right, time to slip in. Give a yoinkus boinkus. Well, some documents did fall onto the ground, actually. So,
Yeah.
there's have to find a network cable. But I want to look at the stuff that fell on the ground.
Can't.
That's not important. Okay. I'll just blah, blah, blah. There's so many documents here before, and now nothing. Who took them and why? Or the desk? According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it. This is a network cable, right? And we just have to connect Alter Ego. Immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the cable. And that should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. So please just wait a little while longer. Just hold tight and put your faith in me.
As I was about to leave out, I said to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get you out of here. You and all the rest of us
We're
as
gonna
friends.
get out of here, not just... You said get you out of here.
Blah.
Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
Aww. Thank you, Makoto. Precious!
You're welcome.
Makoto.
How'd it go?
Well, it went okay, but all the documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. And there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore, so that much was for sure. Kyoko!
What?
Yes?
So we're just gonna split up?
Why is that?
Of course. I have no reason to stay with you at this point.
Oh, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct?
Whew.
Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance.
That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what are you going to do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However,
But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen.
Then what should we...
so...
If we can find some new clue, that would likely change the situation. That's all we can hope for right now.
Which is why Alter Ego...
Correct.
All we can do is wait and believe in our friends.
You're right. That's our only option. Part of ways to head back to my room.
Oh boy.
Free time? I'm kinda tired, so I laid down in bed. It was because of the stress of moving Alter Ego, but it was way more tired than I realized.
Oh.
So before long at all,
Oh, alright.
I'm out for the whole day. I completely dozed off. Ding dong.
With no bing bong.
Huh? I get the sharp sound of a doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. Hello?
Makoto.
Makoto, get out here.
Yoko, what's going on?
Indeed.
Hina just came to see me, and she was white as a ghost. Sounds like something's happened.
What? As I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake.
She said for us to come to the rec room.
The rec room? Okay, let's hurry.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, 3 people
Hina?
all together at once. You okay?
Makoto! Kyoko!
You know what's wrong?
Something's not right. In the rec room.
What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door, and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair, and she's... like she's bowing her head.
Hey.
Uh-oh. What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window. But I couldn't get the door open. Did she get poisoned? I tried knocking, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond. So what should we do? What are we gonna
We
do?
can't break down doors anymore.
Anyway,
First of all, we need to get into that room.
But the door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
listen to me.
We're going to force our way in.
Like I just said.
The door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock.
Huh? Then why?
It would seem...
Feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair?
Chair?
In other words,
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply.
Then there's no problem if we break in?
indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Wait right here! Oh boy.
Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right?
I think she got poisoned somehow. Why else would
Is
they
she
mention the poison?
okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure. Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. But that silence didn't last long.
Here! I found a broom in the classroom. Use it.
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto? Come on, please hurry.
Okay, you two, stand back. Took a hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could. Aiming directly at the window, I took it with one solid hit. Ka-pow! The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. Just like my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just push it on, I pushed on it with all my strength, and finally the knob turned. Sakura! Ran up to her as fast as I could. The moment I laid my hand on her.
Was she cold?
All I felt was
yep.
cold death. I could only feel I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then...
Well...
Uh-oh.
A body has been discovered after a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like. The class trial will begin.
You just keep cutting them off.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard that like 17
Yeah.
times now, so...
Danganronpa.
Time for the deadly life.
Oh boy.
Huh?
Oh no.
Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
Oh, Hina.
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared directly forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body.
We didn't make it in time. It's happened again.
Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction?
Oh. I have to go get them. I have to go get the others.
On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room, and I... Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again.
I need to examine Sakura's body.
He just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse.
Because there's no wounds or anything. She was poisoned. She had to have been.
I'm gonna say yes, but I don't think that's all there is to it. I think this case might have a specific twist to it, and the twist to it ties to just the way the rec room works. And also the way that there are two things that make me think this.
The way the rec room
Number one,
works?
Obviously the door doesn't lock. A chair was used from the inside to block it. There's only one way in the room, one way in and out of the room, and only one person in the room.
Do you think she did it to herself?
Yes, and the other part that made me think that perhaps was the fact that she was sat there with a smile on her face sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
So I think that was her way of being I think that was the way of her way of being like, I've got everyone's super upset and bad things gonna happen just because I'm here. If I do this, then no one has to worry anymore. Maybe.
Yeah, and if she knew if she ended up getting killed, then there was the risk that the Blackened would win and Hina would die.
Yeah.
But if she did this, it's just like, but how
the only weird
how would if she did do it herself, how would that work out?
That might be the twist of the trial, maybe. I don't know. Was maybe because there is something weird is that when they have us pick suspects, we go past the signs of people that are dead. Like, it doesn't skip past them. We can actually be on them. And maybe that's kind of a point.
True.
And just being like, it was her. I don't know. But while I stood there and able to do a thing, time just passed. Let's see what we can understand about this, though. Maybe there's some more in here. Maybe there's a secret way in. There's a secret door behind the darts machine. That's what it is.
Jesus,
darts.
you good?
I couldn't think of the word darts. Couldn't think of the word dart. And after I don't know how long.
I got everyone.
Ogre.
Yes,
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed? I see. As soon as they arrived, Coco began.
Just a
Coco?
second.
Kyoko. God.
Coco?
I'm fucking
Bro,
nuts.
you need to focus. You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
No. Whoever killed her. It's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault.
It was one of you. Hiro, Byakuya, Toko. One of you killed Sakura.
What? You're accusing us before you've even begun the investigation?
I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her. One of you did it. I know it. Is that...
I don't know.
It's
I had a
him,
feeling.
yeah.
You know it? You didn't know your power level increased by that much just by getting mad.
What are you doing here?
Isn't obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
The Monokuma file!
That thing. And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina. Or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that, Hold on. There's something I want to ask you. Eh? It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura. Huh? Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then... Then I killed her. Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. The whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting a chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through our little fight. Yeah, that. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
You cannot read tonight.
No, I never can read in the first place. That's my secret. I can't read. I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she had violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one?
Oopsie, before you get all pissy-potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Because, I mean, your lives are all in line, right? Yeah, that.
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one? I hate him. I hate this whole thing.
Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind, after all.
God.
And how can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead.
Let's decide who will stand guard this time.
I'll do it.
Hina?
I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina's guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me?
You're always a thorn in my side. This time just can't stand by and...
Why do you say you can't? This time, just stand by.
Man, I'm bad at things. This time just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order.
What?
An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind.
Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we?
Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say.
Which is...
Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
What?
It's your fault.
One of you killed Sakura!
I won't forgive
I
you.
won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate.
I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here.
Well, it appears for the discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I won't ask you to let any of us in. Just let
All of
me.
us.
All of us in. Just let me. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway.
And you, Hiro? Do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't really have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But,
Hey,
We have to find out who killed Sakura,
correct.
for those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her.
Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
listen to me.
all of us face execution.
Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it.
Hopeless peak. It's more accurate.
Okay, so there's number one, there's a weird card on the ground, and then there's like,
Oh, God.
oh, there's blood on the
Oh.
back by the magazine stand over there, actually.
There is.
And there's like, I noticed the red stuff on the ground right behind her.
It looks like
I don't know
something
what
torn up or something.
Yeah.
Or broken.
Better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the
Oh.
victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered a violent vomiting of blood.
That might have been poison.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge.
Why's that?
so
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through.
Exactly.
And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room.
Yes.
Which means the killer would have to escape somehow after barring the door.
Another locked room mystery!
Oh, God.
So the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way out.
How many of these have we solved?
Well, I mean, in this game, there hasn't been...
No, I mean in our YouTube career.
It's been quite a few now, so...
Because
There's no way in
this
or
is
out till we broke the window.
What, the 4th one total, probably?
Probably. There's like zero escape, right?
in other words,
In other words, this is a classic locked room murder.
Hey, little locked room murder. I guess you might see this kind of thing as a lot of mystery movies or books or whatever. Could it really happen in real life and right before our very eyes like this?
hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails?
Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. She's up here with the 4 basic types of locked room murder. She
Yeah.
is definitely the ultimate detective.
For real.
Or something in that line of work.
Yeah.
Because no one ever just is like, hey, you want to know the 4 types of locked room murders?
Yeah.
That's not common knowledge. The first
Even
type
I can't tell you.
The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations.
So for that, all we have to do is check the door to see if that's what it is, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed.
Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun, you shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it.
Surprisingly, I'd love to see it just like, everyone just take a gun and just start shooting each other, see what
Oh
happens.
my god.
Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up.
What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden. When the door is opened, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that.
Sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all.
Not a locked room?
In other words,
By that I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible.
Then you think we can cross that one off too?
indeed.
I believe so, yes.
I wouldn't cross that off yet.
So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics.
So there are 4 possibilities. Then Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say.
I see. Maybe the killer set up the locked room. So they figured that out to find Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. Need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. for Sakura, if nothing else.
And they're here.
So, come on, what's this down here? Looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh? Ah, that's...
Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little.
So you gave that candy to Sakura?
Found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room.
Oh my god.
I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them.
You really like them that much?
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavor. Oh wow, that's really sad.
Hina.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Jesus.
Okay, now what's all this mess behind her? There's a locker open too. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? This must have already been a bottle.
Did someone smash a bottle on her head?
Maybe? Oh, there's something else on the ground near the glass.
She smashed a bottle on her own head?
There's a chess piece with Monokuma on it. It's a figure, it fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. It's a weird ass figure. Okay, what about this locker that's up? Whoa, what the heck is on the door? Someone was in a locker, looks like. The locker's open and they're on the inside.
Whoa.
It's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing in here?
Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker, and they left behind a little something extra.
So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locker room was open, don't you think? During all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group?
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility.
Oh, why not?
Hey.
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right?
Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door.
Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean?
Huh.
I mean, I would assume someone probably hidden there to attack her then.
Yeah.
Okay, number one, let's look at the blood on the ground.
Jeez, that's a
There's
lot.
a blood stain right in front of the magazine shelf. Must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Magazine shelf blood stain. And there's also you in general. Sakura drew her last breath, setting a slump forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of a blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her. According to the Monokuma file, she also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood?
Poison.
The Monokuma file specifically said that she hadn't suffered any other injuries. I don't like that. I don't like that. Maybe getting hit in the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. But Byakuya?
That's fine.
Cover your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. That loud truck was fucking interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died.
Yep.
I just don't fully understand it. Because, I mean... it's a very awkward thing that potentially that candy was... Poisoned.
Yeah.
And he would get... But if she was poisoned, then what would be the point of coming in and attempting to murder her with a glass bottle on the back and then the blood on the ground over there? I don't get it.
And there's no way Hina killed her.
Oh, there's stuff over here. Granted, this is when we broke in, so...
Did you hear me?
What was that?
I said there's no way Hina killed her.
I would hope not, unless it was an accident kind of situation, but some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty.
Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. She mentioned before, more than once, how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you.
I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the chem lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange.
Oh, what is?
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the can?
Shards of light blue glass. Blah, 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 blah. It must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it.
Why does that matter?
so
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on.
An important clue? I'm not sure I see how. Well, that means that it got there after we broke the
Yeah.
window. Which would mean we did that after we opened the door. Huh. Is there anything else? Well, there's the chair. That'll be nice and let us look at it. There we go. The chair was shoved against the doorknob so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Okay, what about the door? Anything about that? This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, so there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the door on from turning and the door from opening.
Yep.
And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locker room from the inside, not from the outside. That's the thing that complicates all of this bullshit.
Yeah.
Is there anything about the clock? Is that broken? Is it smashed? It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monoko file, Sakura died around 12, roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving alter ego? I don't know. Is there more stuff over here? I can look at the actual magazine rack and then the drinks. So let's see. The same shelf full of magazines. Okay. What about the drinks? There are 4 bottles lined up on the shelf. Oh, they have the things in them.
Oh.
Inside of each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how do they get those figures inside the bottles?
so
It's no different from your standard chip in a bottle.
Huh?
You know where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You've never seen that?
Yeah, maybe I have.
in other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will.
I hate it. Okay. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little. Monokuma bottle is sitting on the shelf. Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass probably started out as a bottle, which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? Shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Yeah, that's that a thing. How are you doing?
We already know who did it! Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It has to be one of them! They couldn't stand the sight of her! You agree with me, don't you, Makoto?
Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding more.
Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all 3 of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room.
What?
After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon.
By noon, the Monokuma file said she died right around then.
I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry. She just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force even, this never would have happened.
Hina, it's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Oh boy. But the fact that she had asked those 3 to meet with her, if she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying,
That's suspicious.
it might be good to confirm what I just heard with the 3 of them directly. That is a good idea.
Hey, Byakuya.
Yeah, we'll confirm that with you and the other 2 next time.
Fucking prick.
You're not wrong.
Dude, I hate him so much.
I know. Me
I know
too.
people like him, but I just don't understand.
I think it's the fact of how
Is he one of those people that like you love to hate him type of things?
kind of, because the reason why people hate him is because he treats everything as a game.
Yeah.
He's taking it so much like as if he actually was playing Danganronpa himself.
Yeah.
He's player 2. It's an online game. Someone's on the other side
What?
trying to solve
no,
it first.
Stop. No. Take back everything you just said.
Okay.